You think it's a game? You think it's a fucking game? Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Hey, yo, what's my name? Y'all gon' make me go all out. DMX. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Hey, yo, what's my name? Y'all gon' make me lose my cool.
I tried so hard.
What y'all really want? What y'all really want?
But it doesn't even matter.
Come on.
I tried so hard.
What y'all really want?
It doesn't even matter. But it doesn't even matter.
Come on. Lord, give me a sign. Dog, I meet bitches, the street bitches, slash, Cocoa Puff, sweet bitches, make you wanna eat bitches, but not me.
I tried so
I fuck with these hoes from a distance. The instant they start to catch feelings, I start to. What is it you want from a? I gave you, you gave me. I played you, you played me.
and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Up in here, Up in here, Up in here, Up in here, Up in here,
It doesn't even matter. And you reached as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. Put my trust in you. Pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know.
If you feeling like a pimp, nigga, go on, push your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, go on, push your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy, baby, don't forget that boy told you get. Hurt up your shoulders, I probably owe it to y'all. Probably be locked like the force, trying to hustle some things. That go with the push, feeling no remorse, feeling like my hand was forced. Middle finger to the law, nigga, gripping my balls. Said the ladies, they love me, from the bleachers they screaming. All the ballers is bouncing, they like the way I be leaning. All the ballers is bouncing, they like the way I be leaning. If you please, feeling like a pimp, nigga, go on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, go on, brush your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy, baby, don't forget that boy told you get.
lean back, lean back, back. Don't dance, just pull up your pants and do the rock away. Now lean back, back, lean back. Come on, don't dance, just pull up your pants and do the rock away. Now lean back, back.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own car. She don't need no lift in a strip club. No, my girl gon' tip, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. Is that my bestie in a taxi? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she pretty. Bitch, you look good with a T at the end. I'm a hype at every town, now my motherfucking friend. She been on with a sweet like bitch, guess what? All the rich ass boys wanna fuck. I ass sitting up, could look, don't touch. And I'm bad, bustin' bands every time we link up. That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back.
Sicker than your average, sicker than your average.
Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way.
Sicker than your average, sicker than your average.
Call me when you need, call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. Talking, you don't even have to try.
Touch it,
You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight.
bring it,
The table all I see is sweet and white.
turn it.
You living the life, but nigga, you ain't living right. Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not faced, only innocent. If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. Like,
This my shit.
call me in the morning, I'll be on the way.
This
on your ways, front way, back way. You know that I don't play. Streets not safe, but I never run away, even when I'm away. OT, OT, there's never much love when you go OT. I pray to make it back in one piece. I pray. That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
Bring it, babe, touch it.
One more time before I go.
Bring it, babe, touch it. I like your stuff. Bring it, babe, touch it.
One more time before I go.
Bring it, babe, I like your stuff. Baby,
Can you take me higher?
baby.
To a place where I'm lying and see.
Havana, half of my heart is in Havana, He took me back to East Atlanta, All of my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manner. Havana,
Just got you waiting fresh on campus. Fresh out East Atlanta with no mountains. Fresh out East Atlanta. Like traffic jam.
Since he got Milo in him, he got me feeling.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Calling for a 12 fuck swat. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals. We been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so. Got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no. Say slash slash. I won't never sell my soul. And I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at. Pull out the coupe at the lot. Calling for a 12 buck swat. Pull out the coupe at the lot. Calling for a 12 buck swat. Pull out the coupe at the lot. Coupe at the lot. Coupe at the lot. Coupe at the lot.
I'm telling you that play with it a little. I'm telling you that play with it a little. Hit that. Play with it a little. I'm telling you that. Play with it a
Man on the road, he doing promo. You said keep our business on the low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone. 'Cause you look even better than the photos. I can't find your house, send me the info. Driving through the gated residential. Found out I was coming, send your friends home. Keep on trying to hide it, but your friends know.
I only call you when it's hard. But he only told that I did that. So I only love it when you touch me. Now feel me when I'm gonna let me feel me when I'm gonna let me feel me. I only love it when you touch me. Touch me. When you touch me. I only love it when you touch me. Touch me. When you touch me. Now feel me.
We don't wanna hear that weak shit no more. That don't kill me. Can only make me stronger. That don't kill me. No one man should have all that. Let's get lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary from the Christian and Christian Dior. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore. I ask, cause I'm not sure. Do anybody make real shit anymore? No one man should have all that power. Don't act like I never told you. No one man should have all that power. How could you be so heartless? How could you be so heartless? No one man should have all that. I'm a sick, I like a quick. I'm a sick, I like a quick. I'm a sick, I like a quick. I'm a sick, like. I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I woke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless. Boom, much is given, much is tested. Get arrested, guess until he get the message. I feel the pressure, under more scrutiny. And what I do, act more stupidly. I need you right now. No one man should have all that. You can't tell me nothing.
Hello, Discover Card here to explain our cashback match. We match all of the cashback you earn at the end of your first year, automatically. It's that simple. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the What you know about rolling down in the deep? Riding in the deep. Down in the deep.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit
What you
right
know
here.
about rolling?
What you gonna do?
Rolling.
What you gonna do now?
Down in the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about?
Right.
Down in the deep.
I've been rolling so deep, I've been sipping by the week.
Right.
Mixing Tennessee with a touch of Tennessee.
Down in the deep.
Deep, I'm a freak in the sheets.
Right.
You think you seen it all? I got more tricks up my sleeve. You know better than to bring your friends around me.
Right.
I know you fucking him, but you wish it was me. Let me whisper in your ear, cause you know I'm a freak. You know nothing about going down that deep. I don't give a fuck what they say about me. I don't give a fuck what they say about me. No, I don't give a fuck what they say about me.
Down in the
Right. Now I know y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about? What you know about?
Sun is down, freezing cold. That's how we already know when it's here. My dog will probably do it for a Louis Bell. That's just all he know, he don't know nothing else. I tried to show him. I tried to show him. Faith is here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside, when they pull up, they give me loose. Yeah, jump out, boys. That's Nike boys hopping our coops. This shit way too big. When we pull up, give me the loot. Was off the Remy, had a
morning, traders! What is up and what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Money Friday! My goodness, I had no energy the last 3 hours, but right now, the second I click webcam on, microphone on, and I see everybody in chat hitting me with a big old good morning, that absolutely gets me fired up, team. So once again, good morning, traders. Happy Money Friday. It is December 10th, right around 9 o'clock in the morning, team, and what an awesome day ahead of us. I know we're going to have an awesome day because we've had nothing but awesome days the entire month of December. Once again, guys, I cannot stress it enough. You're crushing it. You are absolutely crushing it, not just with your trades, but you're crushing it with your discipline, with your consistency, with your mindset as well. I'm very proud of you guys. I've seen big time profits. I've seen consistent profits. I've just seen a complete attitude and mindset shift inside of chat. It's just positive, nothing but discipline, 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 baby. And I love it because that's bleeding into all aspects of your trading when it comes to building your plans, managing your risk, waiting for the best setups. And we're seeing those results with big time profits. So keep up the good work, team. Again, I'm very, very proud of you guys. And at this pace, you're going to make December your best month yet. I'm very confident in that. This is going to be the best month that you've ever had. And you're going to take all this positive momentum and you're going to roll this into 2022. And 2022 is going to be your year, guys. So keep up the good work. Do not let off that gas pedal. Keep on going. Keep on pushing. And success is right around the corner. So, what's up? What's going on? Sam, Angel, J. Rich, Placid, Movie Star, B. Moose, back in the house. Jay Cohen, Andrew, Texas, Nick, what's up, team, and what's going on? Good morning and happy Friday. Everybody over on YouTube, hit me with a big old good morning as well. We got PXS back over in the stream. What's up? We got Denise, Mervat, Swing Trade Specialist. Yo, what's up? David, Diego, Dougie, Rebecca. Good morning once again. And happy Friday. Yo, Jose, what's up over inside the chat? Jason, Chris, John, let's get it. Good morning. And thank you guys so much again for tuning into the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday morning. And most importantly, I hope you're fired up for a fun day, guys. A fun day, an energetic day, a day full of value, a day full of profits. All right, team? Got about 28 minutes until the market opens. I'm going to start with this. It's your typical Friday. Oh boy, it sure is. Your typical Friday. What do we know about Fridays, guys? Right? We know that there's not a lot of press releases. There's not a lot of volume, because there's normally not a lot of traders. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the market usually has 100% of the traders in it. Fridays, we all know that. Fridays are tough. Fridays are challenging due to the lack of news, right? The lack of volume, the lack of traders that are in the market. Volume equals activity, and activity equals profit. So if you don't have volume, we don't really have the activity, it's going to be hard to make profits, right? Fridays are the most challenging days. They really are, especially for me. So what do we do on Fridays? We identify the opportunity quick. We attack upon the opportunity. We make our profits. We secure those profits. And we're done. All right, team? So right now, just be mindful that the market is kind of slow right now. We do have a lot of stocks that are moving, right? We do have EFOI. Now, EFOI this morning is up 20%. Actually, let's go up to CNTX. My bad. I thought the number one was EFOI. I should just scroll up there a little bit. Let's start from the top of the leaderboard and then work ourselves down. The number one stock today, it's up 22%. Okay, 22%. We know when we come into the market and when we see penny stocks gapping up under 40%, usually it's a very slow day in the market. And we can see here that our number one gainer is up 22%. And our number one gainer is not even trading high relative volume. Okay, so we have to be mindful that we're not really seeing that action in the market right now. But let's see if we have opportunity. Let's see if we can identify great A-plus opportunity and see if we have anything right out of the gate to lock in some nice profits, guys. So CNTX, once again, up 21%. Trading 4.7 million shares. All right. And the average volume on the stock is 6 million. It's a low float stock. We know it can move. We just do not have the type of volume that we ideally want to see. Again, we really want to find stocks that have high relative volume. Okay. Now, CNTX has been a stock that's been moving a little bit over the past couple of weeks, right? A few weeks back from around $5 all the way to 1087. Yesterday, nice little bounce off 5, pushing up towards around 719, gapping up, hitting pre-market highs of 984. And right now, we kind of have a little bit of a descending triangle formation. I mean, look at how weak this looks. Look at how weak this looks. Remember the basketball analogy? Imagine you're standing at the top of a cliff and you throw a ball and it bounces, boop, and it bounces, boop, and it bounces, boop. And when it bounces, each bounce is lower and lower and lower until that ball levels, and then it just stops. With stocks, it doesn't just level and stop. They typically crack below that floor. So we can see here that we get a sharp decline and a bounce, right? Bounce, 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 all during that time building these lower highs. This is a bearish chart formation, and that's exactly why we are cracking this level of support, right? We just don't have the buyers here. So why is CNTX even moving? Well, CNTX says drug candidate decreased reproduction of breast cancer tumor cells. That's really, really good news. I'm very surprised that CNTX is not getting a big time move out of it. Why is it not getting a big time move? Because we have lack of traders in the market, which is lack of volume. So even though CNTX had a nice day yesterday, even though CNTX has good news today, it's just not holding up at this point in time. So how low can it go? How low can we see CNTX go? Well, I'd like to see if this can hold above yesterday's highs, right around 722. And if we crack below 722, we're most likely going to come down to yesterday's lows. Yesterday's close was 626. All right, so I'd like to see if we can hold above that 722. If we can, we still have potential to possibly break this downtrend here and get a nice little pop to the upside. One thing that you could see, that could be forming, is a slight little wedge formation, right? Nice little rip from post-market into pre-market. And now when we're pulling back, we are kind of pulling back inside of this slight wedge formation. So just something to be mindful of. We do have support off yesterday's highs of 722. We are in this slight falling wedge. This is considered a bullish chart formation. Maybe we see this hold above 722, get a break of this downtrend, and start to see this stock getting its next leg up. We have room back to 850. We have room to 9. And then we do have room back up into those pre-market highs around 969 there on CNTX. This is probably one of the top stocks we are going to be watching out of the gate, because there's not a lot of stocks that are really meeting that great criteria to be, one of our top stocks. But, CNTX, I'm not crazy about the volume, but I definitely feel like we're definitely going to surpass the volume. That's not an issue. It's just this stock's been trading since 4 a.m., and we have yet to trade over the average with good news. Just something to be mindful of. Again, it's a low float stock. Now it's up a whopping 18%, not 22 anymore. So we just have to see and be patient if the stock's going to hold up, and look to see if this stock's actually going to get a move back to the upside, okay? Moving on, we're going to go talk about EFOI. Now, EFOI is number 2 on the leaderboard. Where's EFOI? I'm sorry, it's AVCT. My bad, guys. AVCT. Number 2 on the leaderboard, currently up 16%. Now, this stock is trading high relative volume, right? On average, it trades 2.75 million shares. Today, we're trading 20 million shares in pre-market. That's a good amount of volume. That is high relative volume. The low float stock, 16 million in float. Now, the question is, why is this stock moving up? Well, Candy and Bradio announced, this is AVCT, Candy and Bradio announced extended partnership to accelerate the delivery of digital transformation as a services solution. So American Virtual Cloud Technologies, AVCT, reports the expansion of their partnership for delivery of digital transformations as a service solution. So we have partnership news with AVCT. Again, low float, trading good volume. At this point in time, this is probably one of the nicer stocks that we currently have in pre-market. The press release isn't as great as CNTX, but it's still a good press release, and we can see traders reacting more positively to AVCT because, again, we do have really, really good volume, And we did have a nice little bounce right there off 2, back up to 250. So overall, AVCT doesn't look all that bad. I really like to see this stay above that $2 mark. And we do have room back up towards around $2.66. At this point in time, we're just in one big channel. That's it. One big sideways channel here on AVCT. I was trying to draw like a trend line. I'm like, do we have any kind of like good trend line support? Do we have anything else to really justify any other levels of support and resistance? Not really. Right now, again, you have $2 natural support. That's off yesterday's highs, pre-market support, and it's your 50-day moving average. I'd really like to see AVCT hold that level of support, the bottom end of this channel. We have room back to the top side of this channel, and that's right around $2.66. So $2 support, room back to $2.66, and it's just consolidating in this sideways channel. Now, if we can break the top end of this channel over that post-market high of $2.69, we do have room back up to $3, and then we could potentially see this up towards around $3.26 here on AVCT. Now, if we crack below 2, we have room back down towards around 175. We crack below 175, room back down towards around 157. At this point in time, we do not have a very valid established uptrend. It's just kind of stuck inside of this little range of 269 resistance and that bottom floor of support at $2. So once again, no opportunity at this point in time. It's all about sitting back, being patient, and waiting for an opportunity to present itself and simply reacting to that opportunity and locking in some solid profits. So AVCT, another stock we should keep on watch today. At this point in time, no solid opportunity, no reason to get involved, but it is something we should definitely keep on watch. Number 3, EFOI. Once again, not the best looking stock, all right? It's trading slightly higher relative volume. I mean, we're trading 4.3 million shares today. On average, EFOI trades 3.37, so we're trading about a million more today than we do on average. Once again, it's another low float stock coming in at 4.5%, but looking at this chart, this is just messy. This is just choppy. Look at how choppy and messy this has been all of pre-market. So right now, I'm seeing this stock, it has room back down to 388, right? 388 is a decent little level of support. Maybe we see the stock hold above 388. We could see an easy push back up towards around 444 here on EFOI. And then over 444, your next level of resistance would be back up towards around $5. We had a slight uptrend here on EFOI, but we actually just cracked the trend line, retested that uptrend support as new resistance, and now we're moving lower. So right now we are considered bearish as we are on the bearish side of this trend line. And we are currently at 422. So again, right now support's at 388. And that's a level that we really need to see the stock hold above is 388 if we have any hope, that EFOI is going to go on a nice little move today. Now, there's no fresh news today on EFOI, but there was news 2 days ago on EFOI. So the news that was, I think it was 2 days ago, on the 8th. Energy Focus, EFOI, launches a virus-targeted UVC air disinfector to public. So pretty good news there on EFOI, again on Wednesday, but right now it's just not able to hold on up because we really don't have the traders really stepping behind this trade to really see that consistency and that nice movement to the upside. So again, another stock that has potential, but no opportunity to get involved right now at this point in time. I mean, almost every single stock that we're watching today, they have potential. There's possible opportunity, but right now, at 9:13, there's no reason to get involved. So really the way I expect this day to go is out of the gate, we're kind of sitting on our hands. We're sitting back, we're patient, we're relaxed. We're looking to see where traders decide to go. Are all of the traders going to land on EFOI? Are they going to land on AVCT? Right now, we simply don't know. We don't really have a lot standing out on AVCT to suggest that traders are going to move in here. We don't really have a lot on CNTX to suggest that this is going to be the stock that traders land on. So right now it's a game of patience, sitting back at the start of the day and waiting to see where traders go. Now, how do we know where traders are going to go if we're not scanning through these stocks? We could simply be looking at our breakout scanner. our high of the day momentum scanner, our halt scanner. Some of these stocks may pop on up on one of these scanners, again, giving us that indication that, hey, this is where traders are starting to go, right? We have momentum, the stock's breaking out, etc. So that's how we're going to identify what stock has the best opportunity. And here's the thing. The fact that a lot of these stocks aren't doing anything and pre-market's very, very slow, we could just see a random stock start to get some action, and then that could be the number one stock of the day, right? Some of these stocks that have news today and fresh volume could be the stocks that do absolutely nothing. What stocks could be the one that go on a big time move? It could be ISIG again, right? ISIG has no news today. ISIG is not gapping up substantially. ISIG doesn't have high relative volume. It really doesn't meet the criteria right now to be the best stock to keep on watch, right? We have other credible stocks that meet that criteria a little bit better. But that's the thing, is on Fridays, the market's pretty iffy, right? Sometimes these stocks that have the best of the best news are not the stocks that do the best. It's usually a prior day mover. So we need to go ahead and go through these prior day movers to be aware of what stocks are on that list and what stocks could have potential today, what stocks could start ripping and running, so we have our focus there. All right, so we talked about EFOI, talked about CNTX, we're watching it. We've talked about AVCT. I do want to watch NU as well. NU was an IPO yesterday around 10:33. No, it IPO'd at 11:25. Hit a low of $10, a high of 12.24. We're simply looking for this slight uptrend to hold. Ideally, stay above 11.47. We'd like to see a break over $12.24. That was the IPO high from yesterday. If we can break over that 12.24, your next main level of resistance is going to be $15. So I do want to watch NU today. As we know, IPOs sometimes have multiple days worth of hype and movement to the upside after the IPO. So we'll definitely be watching this one today to see if traders are still here and to see if this one has any potential to the upside. Again, breaking over 12.24, we could absolutely see this up towards around $15. Okay, so we are going to be watching NU. STRN is more of a back burner play. There was a couple of traders in chat talking about STRN for a possible mid-candle breakout. Not really the best of the best for a mid-candle breakout. When we see mid-candle breakouts, we want to see a very big green day with that solid midday and then the breakout, right? So you want to see a huge, just substantial green day to the upside. When we look at this, it was an okay green day, right? And I'm not saying it's huge and substantial. It wasn't a very huge and substantial candle, especially when we look at volume. So look at the spread and the move from low to high on this candle with the volume. Now look at this candle. This is a bigger spread. It made a bigger move. This stock went from 450 back up to 608 with light volume. So that's just the only thing that concerns me, is how this is set up for that possible mid-candle breakout. It's not looking like an ISIG, right? It's not looking like an LGVN mid-candle breakout, but it still has potential. So I do think we should add that to our back burner watch list just to see if STRN starts re-breaking yesterday's high, and yesterday's high right around 565. Now 565 break, we could see it back up to 627, but this is far on the back burner just to see if it gets any kind of action today. All right. Talked about NU, AVCT, CNTX, and EFOI. These are all of the stocks that have fresh volume today, fresh activity, and fresh attention today here in pre-market. Let's go ahead and talk about some of our back burners, right? Some of our prior day movers. Let's just take a glance at these and see if there's any opportunity, okay? IINN definitely should be a stock we keep on watch. IINN was a big-time mover yesterday in pre-market from around 250 to 624. Did absolutely nothing yesterday, but we could see the stock rip and run again. We should be watching IINN today. ENSC. We should be watching ENSC as well. I think we should be watching it around $4, right? Right around $4 natural support. We have some resistance and support from Thursday pre-market, right around $4, and we do have this multi-day uptrend as well. So I'll be looking for ENSC, looking to see if this stock can hold above $4 and maybe get a nice little bounce back above 450, and that's where we could see some nice volume move in, possibly pushing the stock back up into the $6 level. ISPC, I don't really think we should pay too much attention there. PPSI, I don't think we should put too much attention there. We've already talked about EFOY. We should watch DWAC today as well, guys. I do think we should watch DWAC. We do have support down towards around 54 to 55, and we have resistance up towards around 65.73. So, you know, if DWAC can break back above, I would say those lows from yesterday, right around 59, a break and hold above 59, I think we could see DWAC go on a nice little move today, back up towards around maybe 65 and 66. So I do think DWAC is worth watching today. Looking to see this break and hold above 59, and then we could potentially see this back up towards around 65.73, and maybe even that post-market high of $69 there on DWAC. So let's definitely watch DWAC. CPIX, definitely shouldn't be watching that one. SYTA, nothing there. JMIA, nothing there. CFVI. You know, I am going to still watch CFVI. You know, CFVI is one of those just weird stocks. Doesn't look like it's going to do anything, and it just goes on a nice big rip, just randomly. Midday rip, end of day rip, pretty random rips. So with that being said, CFVI still has some hype around it. There's still some attention here with the whole acquisition with, you know, Rumble, and it's being Trump related for that social media platform, all this and that. So we should still keep CFVI on watch today as well. So we'll be watching this one periodically throughout the day. Definitely ISIG, right? I don't think we should not watch ISIG. I mean, ISIG was our mid-candle breakout there on Wednesday. Once again, our top gainer yesterday, one of the big-time movers that we had. And this is the stock we've been making some big-time profits on over the past couple of days. So with that being said, I do want to keep ISIG on watch. Ideally, I want to see the stock staying above 24. In a perfect world, if we could see this stock stay above, I would say $23.50 to $24 here on ISIG. We have some good potential today. I mean, this stock, what's it done the last 2 days out of the gate? What's the stock done the last 2 days out of the gate? Out of the gate, big time rip. Out of the gate, big time rip. What could we see today right out of the gate on ISIG? We could see a big time rip, as there's not a lot of other stocks really doing a lot. So think of this from a trader perspective. You look at EFOY, that's kind of your mindset. CNTX, AI, I don't know, nothing really. AVCT, choppy. NU, yeah, you know, NU possibly. You know, IPOs run. STRN, maybe. ISIG. The one stock that's opened and ripped and halted several times to the upside the last 2 days. There's nothing else really going on today. No hot news, no hot volume, no hot anything. So with that being said, traders are kind of just sitting here, just kind of like, where's the opportunity going to be? The only thing that I can remember the last 2 days out of the gate, the opportunity was on ISIG. So with that being said, I don't really see a lot of other opportunity out there right now. So I'm going to focus on ISIG out of the gate just to see if it starts ripping. And if I see any kind of ripping out of the gate, I'm going to buy. That's maybe traders' mindsets right now, is there's not a lot of fresh news, fresh activity, and fresh opportunity out there with some of these other stocks we talked about. So traders maybe are resorting back to a stock that's gone absolutely bananas a day prior. And this is a stock that's done it 2 days back to back. Wednesday from 10 to 25. Yesterday from 17.50 to 35. That's my mindset, is I'm going to put my focus here out of the gate, because the last 2 days out of the gate, it's just ripped and halted right away. So if we start to see this break over that pre-market high, you best believe I'm going long, right? I'm going to go long, and I'm going to look for traders to jump back in and start squeezing the stock to the upside like they did Wednesday and like they did on Thursday. So that's kind of my mindset. I'm going to be watching ISIG as one of the top stocks out of the gate. LGVN, nothing there. BFRI, nothing there. So right now, team, we have a great watch list. We have a great approach. ISIG is going to be my number one stock that I'm watching out of the gate. Number one stock I'm watching out of the gate is ISIG. All right. Number two. Number 2, which one would I pick? Number 2, I would say CNTX, just because we have a pattern. All right, I would say CNTX just because we have a pattern. We're right above support. We're in this falling wedge. I would say CNTX number 2. And if I had to give a number 3, I probably could not give a number 3. So I'm looking at ISIG as the number 1 stock, just looking to see if this stock does what it's done the past 2 days right out of the gate. Maybe we have some quick early morning opportunity, followed by CNTX. All right. Watching Lucid, no offering yesterday, announced 1.75 billion, stock lost 20%ish, heading back up in pre-market. Doesn't mean it will hold, but going to watch, I like that. Can you look at something with what is that, SLDP? If we could put those tickers in caps, I would greatly appreciate it, guys. That's how the ticker search function works, is within caps. Is that SI? Okay, that's SLDP. SLDP. Solid Power, IPO yesterday, just like NU, right? So you have NU and SLDP. Those are new IPO stocks that we'll keep on watch. So with SLDP, it's very similar to NU. We're just looking for a break over that IPO high, right? We're looking for a break over the IPO high for the next leg up. In this case with SLDP, even if we break 1485, you have strong resistance at 15. I'd be looking for a break and a nice hold over 15, and absolutely we could see some action here on this new IPO stock. So the new IPO stocks that we're watching are going to be SLDP and NU. NU has this nice little uptrend with room to 1224. Anything over 1224, room to 15. SLDP. Right now we have some okay support, like 1285, but your main level of support is that 1221. You're on SLDP. And this was a SPAC merger. This was a SPAC merger on SLDP. So we'll definitely watch NU and SLDP. Right now, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's no opportunity. There's nothing standing out. There's no reason to get involved at this point in time. But things could change when the market opens in the next 3 minutes. Thoughts on PETZ? We got about 3 minutes to go, team. PETZ. Yeah, on the daily chart, you're definitely starting to get that nice little curl here. And this just is it would be all momentum, right? You had a nice little gap up, you had a nice break. You're simply pulling back, finding a bottom, bouncing. And now you're looking to play into this momentum. So this would be like a longer term trade. Like this would be a swing trade. You would look to possibly start a scale in, scale out approach on PETZ. If you were to start scaling in little by little, your stops would be underneath that 425. So at least you know you're risking about $1 per share. And you would want to scale out as well. And you would want to find some significant points here on PETZ for targets. So we have this spiking high. That's pretty significant, right? We have that spiking high. That can be considered a significant point, an extreme, where you want to lock in some profits. You have that spiking high up in the $7 area. Maybe that 755 spiking high. But essentially, you could technically get all the way back up towards around that spiking high from November 9th at 937. So this would be more of a swing trade. As again, we don't have any volume or any attention towards the stock here in pre-market. And it would just be a simple scale in, scale out approach. You look to build a position little by little above this 425. And if you hit these overhead targets, you would simply start scaling out and locking in those profits, guys. Let's get DWAC over on our intraday watch list. Yeah, I mean, I think we should watch DWAC out of the gate. I think DWAC has some good potential today. I think ISIG has a lot of great potential as well, guys. I mean, once again, out of the gate the last couple of days with ISIG, it's gone absolutely bananas. I mean, look what it did Wednesday. Quick little pop before the open, slight consolidation, literally opens and just rips to the upside. What are we seeing right now today? Seeing a quick little pop, right before the open, little bit of consolidation. If we start breaking $28, I'm going to get risky, and I'm going to go for a gap and go. I'm going to go for a pre-market high break. Literally just a little bit of a gap up, break over that pre-market high, and look to go. I mean, that's what we've been doing, you know, the last couple of days. We've been opening up. We've just been pushing over pre-market highs and going. Opening up, breaking, just going. So right now, I'm looking to see if this stock opens. If we break over that pre-market high, I'm not a fan of buying breakouts, but with ISIG and the consistency that I've seen the last 2 days, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this stock halted right out of the gate. So my number one stock that I'm watching out of the gate, guys, is going to be ISIG. Right now, we need to throw this on a 1-minute chart. We have about 9 seconds to go. ISIG, I do have an order ready just in case I start getting long for this possible pop over 28 bucks. Like I said, risky, but it's done it the last couple days. I'm curious to see if it does it again. So my watch right now is ISIG. And risky. I'm just trying to play into what I've seen the last few days here. Or it's just going to dump to the downside. Just like that. Woo! Wow. That was disgusting. That just absolutely got hammered to the downside real quick. So again, DWAC over 59 doesn't look bad at all. Again, DWAC over 59 bucks, guys, doesn't look all that bad. Let's see if ISIG can stay above that 2388, 24 level. Maybe see a nice little potential red to green move there on ISIG. AI is pulling back really hard right now. CNTX team, CNTX is still holding inside of this slight falling wedge, so we still need to keep this one on watch above that 722, 725. As it's still inside of this slight falling wedge, we could easily see this break out of the wedge back up towards around $8.50 there on CNTX. So we're watching CNTX. Nothing with DWAC, nothing with SLDP or NU. And then ISIG with a nice big flush right out of the gate. So yesterday's close was right around that 2388 mark, around that 2388. Looking to see if this is going to stay above that $24 mark here on ISIG. It gets a nice little bounce and a possible little reversal here. Now it's got to bounce strong. Right now it's not really bouncing all that good. See if we can start to see a little bit of a bounce here on ISIG. Maybe start a little possible red to green move. See if we get that possible red to green move here, guys, on ISIG. Again, above 24 doesn't look bad. I took a long on this one, guys. I did take a long. Didn't call it out. I don't want you guys following me into this trade, so I didn't call it out that I jumped in until after I jumped in. I am long on ISIG here for that possible reversal. But again, I think it's very, very, it is a riskier trade. So that's why I didn't call it out, because I do not want you guys mirror trading me into this. I have 1,000 shares at 24.50, and I'm looking for that slight reversal, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it here. I was thinking we could probably get about $1 or so bounce off that $24 mark. I got a slightly late fill than what I wanted, and I just got stopped out underneath that low here on ISIG. That was a pretty rough loss, guys. That was a pretty rough loss. I got the NU IPO at 9. What should I hold until? Ugh. I mean, right now it looks very, very weak. Right now it's getting hit really, really hard. I mean, you could bounce off 10 at $10, but if you start cracking below $10, you'll most likely come all the way back down towards around 9. So if you got in at 9 on the IPO, I would put a stop at break even, because if you crack 10, this thing could fall all the way down to $5. The last thing that I would want to do is have this at 9 and hold it for a loss down to 5. Again, $10, you really want to see this stay above. You could definitely come down to 10, get a nice bounce, and still be in the clear. But right now, cracking and staying below 10, I would consider locking in what profits you have. So right now, what are the top stocks? We got DWAC up $3 and DWAC breaking that pre-market high. Also above VWAP in that 90 EMA. It's above 59 as well. So DWAC above 59 isn't a bad level to possibly get involved. So right now, DWAC above 59 is not a bad level to see this stay above for that possible break over 60. And then again, we have a lot of great room up towards around that 65 mark. So I'm taking a small little entry here on DWAC for that retest of 59 for this possible break over 60 for a nice little rip and run here to get the day going here on DWAC. So there's $60 on the bid, 60.35, 60.50 on the ask. Not too shabby. Let's see if we can keep on popping here a little bit on DWAC. Let's go ahead and lock in half. I went ahead and locked in half, guys. I got to be smart. I took a really big loss there on ISIG. So I'm going to be smart and lock in my profits here on DWAC. I locked in half. I did lock in half my position. I'm still holding 500 shares of DWAC. Let's see if we get another little pop-up here over 60.50. I'm going to lock in a little bit more because we keep slipping below $60.50. I'm still holding 250 shares. You have a lot of hidden selling over 60.50, guys. All right, I'm out. I'm out. Every time it pops over 60.50, it gets slammed down immediately. That, to me, is a little bit of hidden selling. I don't like it. I'm going to go ahead and lock in a quick $700 to try and dig myself out of that nasty loss on ISIG. So, quick little in and out trade. Quick little in and out. Yeah, I mean, ENSC was above 4 in the trend line, right? ENSC above the trend line, above $4. I'd really like to see this back above that 450. So as long as we're staying above $4.50 on ENSC, the next level that we need to break is going to be 5. We can start breaking over $5. We have a lot of room up towards around 6 and then 623. How do you get in and out so fast? I have a good broker. I use Lightspeed. And I do market orders. I do market orders with Lightspeed because I get filled very, very quick, and they're always really good orders. So that's how I'm able to get in and out quick, is simply by using market orders. And I do have a good broker as well, where you don't have a lot of delay, like little to no delay with your orders. Right now it's ENSC. ENSC above 450. It has potential for a possible $5 break to see that next leg of volume move in, that next wave of volume up again towards around $6. So right now the top two stocks that we are watching is ENSC. Again, not touching it right now. Again, we want to see this pull back and retest that 450 as support. And then DWAC is one of our top stocks that we should be watching as well. AVCT right now is just not doing a lot. We have $2 support on AVCT. Right now we're about 215, but support's all the way back down towards around 2. Now we have BFRI getting some random action. That's what I'm saying. Some of these stocks, they have really good news today that you would think have the best potential to be our top gainers. A lot of these stocks fading and falling, and traders are resorting to these prior day movers like BFRI. Now, BFRI breaking over 6 has room to 655. Breaking over 655, we have room to 727. They're on BFRI. LGVN, nothing there. PPSI, another one that was moving over the last few days. PPSI is trying to get some action now above 10. So we're starting to kind of just, our watch list is switching. PPSI is now one of our top stocks to be watching. BFRI is one of the top stocks that we should be watching here. Both of these stocks getting some good action right now. Another prior day mover, ENSC, getting some action, DWAC. And then all the stocks that were moving up fresh today. Not doing anything, not doing anything, not doing anything, not doing anything. So right now we're watching BFRI and PPSI. Now PPSI does have a little bit of resistance right around 1088, but your main level of resistance on PPSI can be back up towards around that 1191. So we're only about 11 minutes into. We're only about 11 minutes in. You're sitting back being patient. That's good. That's fantastic, right? Sit back and wait for your best opportunity. What do we not do? We don't chase stocks after they've ran $1 to the upside without pulling back, right? We're not just chasing stocks because they're moving. You identify that they're moving. Fantastic. Where can we see the stock come back down to for a good entry? And then we sit back and be patient, wait for that to take place. There's ENSC breaking over 5, guys. ENSC over 5. Go ahead and bring light support up to that prior high. So 485 support, unless we can break and hold over 5. So you're looking at a break, possible hold over 5 as new support. You start to slide below 5 a little bit. 485 is going to be your level. So look, ENSC is the #1 stock right now, guys. ENSC. You could literally catch a quick dip buy back down at $5. Again, you could come back down to 480 and find support, but right now you got to get a pullback. It has to pull back and retest one of those two levels, 485 or $5, before possibly seeing that next big bounce. Again, up towards around 6 and then 623. They're on ENSC. Before you get up towards around 6, you are going to have a little bit of resistance right there at that 525, which we're testing right now. Again, don't chase this stock. Wait for the stock to pull back. Imagine chasing this stock at 520, right? You just took a good amount of heat there. Pulled back about 30 cents in about 2 seconds. So be smart, be patient, and wait for your opportunity. Right now, we could see a nice pullback into the 9 EMA, the prior high, as well as this slight uptrend. You do have the VWAP nearby as well, right around 470. So I'm looking at a 480 to 485 possible entry on ENSC. That's retesting the prior high. That's off the 9 EMA and our slight uptrend as well. You can see this level hold. Nice bounce. Break over that high here at 525 up to 6. So that's what I'm looking at here on ENSC. If we can get that nice healthy pullback into that level, that could be a nice little level where you see buyers move back in and then see that nice pop back up over 525. John Holmes, hey Josh, I have a great trader that wants to collab with you. Yeah, have him reach out. Have him send me an email, josh@alphadaytrading.com. Have him follow me on TikTok, reach out to me. Absolutely, it'd be awesome, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now it's 9:45, all right? 9:45, that's typically when we end our morning free stream here on YouTube. And here's the thing, guys, there's really not a lot happening. I mean, there's some opportunity. We're watching ENSC. We just talked about that. We're not chasing BFRI. Again, we want to wait for the stock to pull back to a key level of support, being right around $6. PPSI falling back below 10. That's not good. DWAC looking a little iffy right now on DWAC. Looking like we could crack low a day at 58 and move lower. Now we have AVCT getting a nice little U-shaped breakout. So, I mean, there's stuff moving, okay? But there's a difference between a stock moving and opportunity. Just because the stock's moving doesn't mean there's opportunity, right? So what we have to do is identify the stocks that are moving, why they're moving, identify the opportunity, and then wait for that opportunity to present itself, and then we can attack. So right now, guys, it's a game of patience. Right? AI is slipping, fading, and falling. CNTX, not looking good at all. EFOI, not looking good at all. Right? So right now, the 4 stocks that we're still watching at this point in time, the AVCT, still have DWAC on watch, but right now it's not looking all that great. Looks like we're going to crack 58 and move much lower. So I would say the top 3 stocks, you got AVCT, ENSC, we're still watching BFRI. Now, again, BFRI has some light support right around that $6 mark, but better support could be found back down towards around 575 there on BFRI. All right, so those are the top stocks. BFRI, we do have that support back down towards around 575, looking at the daily chart. Watching ENSC above this trend line for a possible break over 525 up to 6. Again, DWAC, that was a textbook short there. And AVCT now getting that action. So AVCT, room back to 269. 269. Support right now, 237. 237 is a decent little level of support. You have that room back to 266, 269. Over that post-market high of 269, you're looking at 3 and then 326. All right? 3 and 326. And ENSC looking like it wants to break out here, guys. ENSC is looking like it wants to break out here. It never came back down to the trend line beautifully or perfectly, and never came back to that 485, but it has a quick little flag formation, a quick little breakout formation starting to form here right at high a day. So right now, I do think we're going to start to see ENSC possibly break that 525. Now, I would say that the next time that we see buyers back above 520 and for that 525 break, I think this thing's going to absolutely take on off. Stops would have to be very tight below 5 just to run this type of trade the right way underneath that prior low. Stops would have to be at 5 if we get an entry for the break over high a day. Again, we have about 75 cents of potential to the upside. Risking that 25 cents under $5 isn't bad, but we do not have confirmation to take the trade yet. So it's between ENSC and AVCT, right? It's between these two stocks. AVCT, we have that support level at 237 that we just pulled back to and bounced to the penny. Right now, if you want to take this trade on AVCT, you're going to put your stops below this level of support. Stops are going to be like under 330. You have room to 266. So if you're jumping into this trade right now, your stops are under 230. You're looking to lock in some profits around 266 and then $3 on AVCT. It's a simple pullback entry, looking for momentum and buyers to move back in and push this right up to 266. Once again, to give this enough breathing room, I would put stops right underneath this low. So I'd put stops, again, no lower than $2.30. Got a lot of red today. You got Moderna down $27. You got SE down today. Coinbase is still falling. Airbnb, Square. A lot of red today. A lot of red. More red than green. Stocks that are leading the board, you got Microsoft up 4 points. You got Snow up 3 points. The SPY currently up 2. Facebook up a little bit, CRM up a little bit, but looking at these stocks that are up slightly in the green today, there's no opportunity right now at this point in time. We have another prior day mover ripping. Yep, there we go, IINN. So that's what we're seeing right now in the market. There's not a lot of stuff moving. It's pretty scattered on the volume. You have ENSC trying to get a nice little pop to the upside, fading and falling. You had DWAC out of the gate, trying to get a nice little rip to the upside. Now it's fading and falling. You have BFRI, quick little pop to the upside. It's fading and falling. So what do we see traders doing? They see a stock move. They're jumping in real quick, locking in profits. The stock starts fading. They go to the next stock they think could be a mover. They're going back to these prior day movers. That's why you saw PPSI with a quick little pop. Right? That's why we saw BFRI and DWAC, a quick little pop. And that's now why we're seeing IINN with a quick little pop to the upside, because traders are just going back to prior day movers, trying to get something going, but volume and attention is still kind of scattered here in the market. ENSC, big time crack. DWAC, still not looking the best. Ooh, AVCT pretty much hit your target to the penny, guys. 265. Pretty darn close there on AVCT. So right now, it's all AVCT and IINN at this point in time. IINN was halted at 9:51:11. We'll be live at 9:56:11. We have about 3 more minutes to go. 3 more minutes to go here on IINN. Now, how high can IINN go? If this stock doesn't just dump on down like everything else so far, where could we see the stock go? Up towards around 606 on IINN. So I would just say right at $6, guys, be the next target on IINN. got 2 more minutes to go on IINN team. We could possibly see BFRI with a little bit of a reversal here. I mean, we had a slight gap on the 1 minute chart. We're coming down, filling the gap, and we see it bouncing here a little bit around 584. So again, we could see a nice little U-shaped formation above this light level, that gap level right there at 584. That's light support. You can see a nice little U-shape, and you could definitely see BFRI squeeze back to that 650, 660. And right there, it's already starting to make its move, guys. So I'm waiting for IINN. IINN out of this halt. We'll be live in about 1 more minute. Right now I have bids at 560 on IINN. Let's see if we have a possible halt strategy here on IINN. I would say a nice little 15 to 20 cent gap to the upside. Maybe a 540 or a 545 gap up. See the wash out, back down to that 523, and then see buyers move in, pushing the stock back up to 6. So looking for a possible halt strategy on IINN right now. All right, team, we have about 11 seconds to go on IINN. Right now I have bids at 6. 530, 550. Let's see what we have here on IINN. We'll be live in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. It's probably a 10-minute halt, guys. Probably a 10-minute here on IINN. Should have been 9:56:11. Right now it's 9:56:31. So we're about 20 seconds past. Probably going to be a 10-minute halt here. We're looking at 10:01:11. 10:01:11 is going to be the unhalt time here for IINN.